For a few quiet weeks, Amarachi was happier than she had been in years. She cooked in a little room. She put flowers on the table. She and Kelechi talked late into the night. He told her he worked as a security man for a big family nearby. She did not ask too many questions. She had peace, and after a lifetime without it, peace was enough. Then the phone rang, and it was Cynthia, and Peace stepped quietly out of the room. Amarachi!
Amarachi, sister, how is married life? How is your handsome husband? We are managing, Cynthia. What do you want? Want? Can a sister not call her sister? I am calling to invite you. There is a big banquet this weekend at the Grand Imperial Hotel, the biggest event of the season. Everybody who is anybody will be there. Victor and I are going. And I want you and your husband to come too. Come and join your family. Cynthia, I do not think we need to come. Why? Are you ashamed? Are you hiding? Show people your new life now. Unless there is something to hide. I will think about it. Do not think too long.
That evening, Amarachi told Kelechi, and his face grew serious at once.
That invitation is not clean. Amarachi, do not go. Cynthia is planning something. I can feel it.
And if I refuse, then Cynthia will tell everybody I am hiding because I am ashamed of my marriage. It is a trap if I go, and it is a trap if I stay.
Then let me come with you.
No. Keleki, you come, they will insult you again, the way they did at the wedding. I cannot watch that. I can handle Cynthia. Let me go alone.
He was quiet for a long time. Then he went to the small table, opened a worn cloth pouch, and took out a ring. It was a simple band, nothing that glittered, but he held it as if it were the most precious thing in the world.
Then take this. It is a family ring. It means more than you know. With this ring, I give you my whole heart, Amarachi. Wherever you go, my heart goes with you. Promise me one thing. Whatever happens, do not remove this ring.
I promise. I will never remove it.
She did not know, as she looked at that simple ring, that it would soon be the very thing that began to unravel his secret. But that is jumping ahead again. Let us go to the banquet. The Grand Imperial Hotel was a palace of light. Chandeliers hung like frozen waterfalls. The floor was so polished you could see your own face in it. Men in tailored suits and women in gowns that cost fortunes moved through the great hall holding glasses, laughing the careful laughter of people with money and reputations to protect. Amarachi came in her best dress, which in that hall looked like nothing, and she felt every eye that slid over her and dismissed her. She held her head the way she had held it in the wheelbarrow, but inside her heart was beating fast. Cynthia saw her from across the room and her face lit up with cruel delight. She came gliding over, Victor on her arm, both of them dressed like royalty.
Amarachi, you came. I honestly did not think you would have the courage. And this dress, it really suits you. It suits a woman who married a gate man. Cynthia, please behave.
Behave? Cynthia, leave her. At least she came. Where is the security guard, by the way? Is he outside guarding the cars? It must be his lucky day, an evening off.
Come, let me introduce you to some important people. They will love you. Gentlemen, meet my dear sister Amarachi. This is Mr. Adewale, Mr. Eze, and Mr. Bello. Big men. The kind of men your husband opens gates for.
And what is your husband's name, my dear? Mr. Eze asked, making conversation.
My husband's name is Kelechi Nwosu.
The effect of those two words was instant and strange. Mr. Eze's glass stopped halfway to his lips. Mr. Bello turned sharply. Mr. Adewale leaned in.
Did you say Nwosu?
Yes, Kelechi Nwosu.
As in The Noor family? The young heir?
Oh, no, no, no. Do not be deceived, gentlemen. It is only the same name. Her husband is a security guard, a gatesman. Nuosu is a common surname, after all. Half of Lagos is called Nuosu. It is the same name, but a very, very different life.
Of course, a common name. For a moment I thought, some names can deceive a person.
I did not claim anything that is not mine.
It was at that moment that an older, well-dressed man in a hotel manager's suit was passing nearby. A man with a badge that read, Mr. Benson, General Manager. He glanced at the group, glanced at Amarachi, and then his eyes fell on her hand, on the simple band on her finger, and he stopped completely. His face changed.
Madam, it is an honor.
Why are you calling her madam? Do you know her?
That ring, I believe I have seen.
Mr. Benson, I think you have confused me with someone else. I am nobody important.
My apologies, madam. It's a simple misunderstanding. Please enjoy your evening.
And he hurried away, but he glanced back once, twice, his face troubled.
You see? Even the hotel staff are confused because your husband shares a name with important people. How embarrassing for you.
But Amarachi was no longer listening to Cynthia. She was staring at her own ring and at the back of the manager who had bowed to her, and a single question was turning over and over in her mind. Why did he look at me like that? Why did he look at the ring as if he had seen it somewhere before?
Excuse me. I need to use the restroom.
Cynthia followed her. In the quiet corridor outside the great hall, away from the lights and the laughter, the mask finally fell off Cynthia's face, and what was underneath was ugly.
You have done enough, Cynthia. Why? Why do you hate me so much? Hate you? You always do this. You always act so innocent, as if you do nothing, as if people just notice you by accident. Do you know what it was like growing up beside you? I stayed in that house. I learned to smile, to please everybody, to be the perfect daughter. And you? You came back from the village a stranger, dressed in rags, and somehow you still took all the attention. People still looked at you. Even when they were stepping on you, they could not stop looking at you. That was never my fault. That is what makes it worse. You did not even try, and you still won people's hearts. So now I am winning the things that matter. The money, the man, the name. And I want you to watch. I want to see you beg, Amarachi. I want you to admit with your own mouth that I won and you lost. Your suffering, sister, is part of my happiness.
Yes. Amarachi looked at her sister for a long moment, and instead of anger, what filled her face was a terrible sadness.
Why can you not just enjoy your rich marriage and leave me in peace? Because your peace insults me. Now come back inside. The night is not finished, and neither am I.
Back in the great hall, the trap finally sprang shut.
Amarachi! Sister, what a lovely ring you are wearing. Let everybody see it. Is this your wedding ring? Come show us. 3 carats? Flawless? Cynthia, leave it.
But Victor had already taken Amarachi's wrist, lifting her hand into the air for the crowd to see.
Let me see you. Ah, this little thing? Madam, did you buy this from a roadside seller? This is what the security guard could afford as a first gift? How romantic.
The ring may not be expensive.
But it matters to me. It is the first thing my husband gave me. Please give it back.
If it means so much, then find it yourself.
Cynthia was waiting, As the ring hit the polished floor and rolled, she put out her expensive shoe and with a small, precise movement, kicked it. It skittered across the marble and disappeared underneath a long banquet table.
Oops.
Amarachi dropped to her knees on the hard floor, in front of all those important people, and began to search for the ring her husband had told her never to remove. And as she crawled, the worst of them gathered to enjoy it. A woman in a sharp red gown came forward, a woman the staff seemed to fear, with a manager's confidence and a cruel mouth. This was Madame Angela, Victor's aunt, who held a senior position in the hotel's management.
What is this? A grown woman crawling in my hall like an animal? You know what? Since you're already down there, crawl. Crawl around this hall, on your hands and knees, like the dog you are, and beg each table for forgiveness for embarrassing us. Do that, and then I will allow you to leave. Refuse, and my security will throw you out by your arms.
You cannot speak to me like this.
I can speak to you however I like. Down, now.
Angela said, "Down, now." And Victor lifted his phone, pointed it at the kneeling woman and began to record, grinning.
Smile, Gateman's wife. This one is going viral. The internet must meet you.
Someone, laughing, tilted a glass and let cold wine spill down onto Amarachi's shoulder and back, and the laughter swelled, and Amarachi knelt there on the floor, soaked and shamed, searching for a ring with shaking hands, and for one moment she truly felt that the world had won, but the world had forgotten something. The world had forgotten the quiet man at home, and the world was about to be reminded. The great doors of the hall opened, and Kelechi walked in. He had not been able to sit at home. Something in his spirit had told him to come, and he had come in his ordinary shirt, and now he stood in the doorway of that palace of light and saw his wife on her knees on the floor, soaked in wine, being filmed and laughed at by a hall full of rich people. Something changed in his face. The gentleness Amarachi knew was still there, but underneath it now was something else, something cold and absolutely still, like the surface of deep water. He crossed the hall. He did not run. He walked, and people fell silent as he passed, not knowing why, only feeling that something had shifted in the room. He reached Amarachi, knelt beside her, and lifted her gently to her feet.
Are you hurt?
Kelechi.
Well, well. Look who finally left his gate. Come to rescue your queen? You're out of your depth here, gateman. You should not have come.
She turned and looked at Victor, and Victor, to his own surprise, felt a small cold fear move through him.
You filmed my wife on the floor. You put your hands on her. You poured drink on her. And what will you do about it? I will have you thrown out.
Do you know who I am in this hotel? I will have you both thrown out into the street. Security, get these two.
I have only ever heard of one person with the authority to give orders in this hotel, and it is the general manager, Mr. Benson. Not you, madam. I am surprised you believe you have the standing to give such orders here.
How dare!
And I wonder whether the owners of this hotel would be pleased to know that an invited guest was made to crawl on the floor of their hall like a dog. The family that owns this building may need to reconsider a great many things after tonight.
The owners? Who do you think you're talking about? You, a gatemate man, talking about owners? Securities, I said throw them on.
Madam Angela!
He pushed through the crowd, and when he reached the center of the hall, he did something that made every rich guest in that room go silent and cold with confusion. He turned to Kelechi, and he bowed deeply.
Sir, I am so sorry. I did not know you had arrived. I would never have allowed this. Please forgive us.
The hall went so quiet you could hear the chandeliers hum.
Mr. Benson, why are you bowing to him? He is only a security.
Madam Angela, do you have any idea what you have done tonight? Do you have any idea who you have insulted? You insulted a protected guest. You may have destroyed all of us. Sir, please, tell me how I can make this right. Escort them out. Now. You cannot do this to us. Do you know who my father is? This is an outrage. You cannot treat us like common criminals.
This is a mistake. This is a terrible mistake. You will regret this.
But the security men were already moving them firmly toward the doors, and the whole hall watched, stunned, as the cruel ones were carried out of the Palace of Light, shouting that it was not over. Amarachi stood in the middle of it all, soaked in wine, holding her husband's arm, and she was not relieved. She was confused, and the confusion was beginning to turn into something colder. "Kelechi," she whispered.
Kelechi, why is the general manager bowing to you? Why did he call you sir? You are a security guard.
She looked at her, and for half a second she saw it again, the thing he was hiding, swimming behind his eyes. Then he looked away.
I work closely with the family that owns this hotel. The people around them respect me. That is all.
That is all?
That is all.
It was not all, and somewhere deep inside her, Amarachi was beginning to know it. Some days after the banquet, Amarachi could not sit still in the little room. Her husband worked all day, and she had hands, and she had never been a woman who could watch another person carry everything alone. Kelechi,
Kelechi, I want to find work.
Work? Are you sure you do not have to?
I cannot just sit here while you struggle. We do this together, or we do not do it at all.
he was quiet, thinking, and then he said slowly,
The big house. The family I work for, the housekeeper is looking for help. The work is not hard. And I would be close by. Would you take that kind of work?
Will they accept me?
Let me ask.
The next morning, Kelechi led her through a tall gate she had never been allowed through before, up a long drive lined with flowers, toward a mansion so vast and so beautiful that Amarachi stopped walking just to look at it. White walls, tall windows, a fountain. It was the kind of house you see in dreams. At the great doors, 2 house staff in uniform bowed as they approached.
Welcome, Master Kelechi.
Welcome, Madam Amarachi.
Master,
Madam?
why are they calling us that?
It is just a way of speaking. It is a kind of practice. A drill. The real owners like very formal greetings. So the staff use us to rehearse, so they do not make mistakes when the owners are around.
That is strange.
Rich people are strange. You will get used to it.
Inside, in the grand kitchen, a familiar voice rang out.
Amarachi, my daughter, come.
It was Madame Beatrice, in an apron over one of her shining wrappers. Amarachi was confused for only a second before Kelechi explained smoothly that his mother also did work for this family, that the family trusted her, that she helped in the kitchen. Amarachi accepted it. Why would she not? She had no reason yet to imagine the truth.
Amarachi, tell me, is this scent leaf?
No, mommy, that is spinach.
I knew it. I was only testing you. Very good. You see, she knows her vegetables, this one. She will do well.
Later in the courtyard, an older man in a simple shirt was polishing a magnificent car. Kelechi greeted him with deep respect, and the man smiled warmly at Amarachi.
This is my father. He has driven for this family for many years. He is trusted. He moves freely in this house. Do not be confused if you see him everywhere.
Good evening, Daddy.
And the old man's eyes grew soft and wet for a moment.
Thank you, my daughter. Thank you. Thank you, my daughter. Thank you.
Amarachi did not understand why a driver would look at her with so much feeling. But she was used by now to things she did not understand in this strange and kindly family. She rolled up her sleeves and began to work. The peace of the great house lasted exactly until a sleek car pulled into the drive, and a young woman stepped out as though she already owned the place. She was beautiful in a hard, polished way, and she walked into the mansion without knocking, calling out as she came.
Where is everyone? Why is this house so quiet? And who are you? I work here, ma'am. Oh, you must be new. Well, learn quickly. I have a very special connection to this house. I am the future wife of this home, the wife of the real Mr. Nuosu. So you had better know how to treat me. My name is Vanessa Cole. Remember it.
Amarachi said nothing and went on with her work, which seemed to enrage Vanessa more than any answer could have.
Did you hear me? I said you are new and I do not like your face. I do not want you in this house. You are fired. Pack and go. I was employed by the owners of this household, ma'am. Only they can dismiss me. Are you talking back to me? People like you must know your place. You are a servant. I will be the wife. When I am wife, the first thing I will do is throw you out into the road.
Vanessa,
Vanessa spun around, and the moment she saw him, her whole manner changed, sugar and silk. Kelechi! She cried.
Kelechi, there you are. I have been looking everywhere for you. Why do you let this rude servant stand in your house and disrespect me? Send her away. I do not like her.
you do not give orders here, Vanessa.
What do you mean? Of course
You do not give orders here. And let me be clear so there is no confusion in your mind. There is no future between you and me. There never was, there never will be.
Kelechi, think about our families. Think about the business, the arrangement, everything our fathers built. We cannot just throw that away.
Our families do business. That is all they do. Now please do not trouble my staff again.
He walked out. Vanessa stood trembling with rage, and slowly she turned her burning eyes on Amarachi.
Is it because of her? Is it because of you?
And from that day, Vanessa Cole made it her mission to destroy the quiet servant who, she was certain, had stolen the future that belonged to her. The cruelty came in small, sharp pieces. Vanessa would arrive at the house and find reasons to torment Amarachi. She would knock a cup from a shelf herself, watch it shatter, and then scream for Amarachi to come and be blamed.
Look at this! Look what you have done! Clumsy, useless girl. Clean it now, on your knees. Ma'am, you broke it. How dare you accuse me? Kneel down and clean it, or I will deal with you myself.
Amarachi's cheek burned. Her eyes filled, not with weakness, but with the effort of holding back her own anger. She knelt. She gathered the broken glass, and as she did, a piece bit into her finger, and a line of red welled up.
Now you are bleeding on the floor too. Servants, your whole family in this house are nothing but leeches, feeding off these people. You disgust me.
Just then, Madame Beatrice came in and saw Amarachi on her knees, bleeding, and her warm face turned to stone.
What is happening here?
Stay out of this, cook, or you will be the next to go.
It was Kelechi again who appeared and ended it, lifting Amarachi to her feet, taking her bleeding hand in his jaw tight with a fury he was clearly struggling to control.
You cut your hand.
It is small. It is nothing.
It is not nothing.
He turned, and for one moment the cold thing in him showed fully, and even Vanessa took a step back.
Do not ever speak about my wife that way again. Or about my family.
He led Amarachi out to tend her hand, and Vanessa, left alone and shaking, took out her phone because she had realized something. She could not win against the servant alone. She needed an ally who hated Amarachi as much as she did, and she thought she knew exactly where to find one. Vanessa and Cynthia met in a quiet, expensive cafe. Two beautiful women bound by one ugly thing.
So you also know her. Amarach, you also have a problem with my dear sister. Your sister? Amarachi is your sister? Unfortunately. Let me tell you about Amarachi. She has always been like this, quiet on the outside, but underneath she takes things. Attention, friends, men. She pretends to be innocent, oh so innocent, but she knows exactly what she is doing. She has bewitched Kelechi. He looks at her like she is made of gold. And who is this Kelechi? Her husband, Abi? The Gates man? The one who came to carry her on a wheelbarrow. I have the video, you know. The whole world has seen it. A wheelbarrow? Her husband carried her on a wheelbarrow and works at the gate of the mansion? Then she is mad to be chasing a bigger man. But that is exactly what she's doing. Always around the real Mr. Nosu. Always. You see, I told you, she is never satisfied. She wants more. Vanessa, I think you and I can help each other. You want Amarachi gone from that mansion. And well, my husband Victor would benefit greatly from a strong business connection to the Nwosu family. So let us be friends. Let us help each other.
The two of them clinked their glasses together, and somewhere a small dark plan was born. They did not know how blind they were. They did not know that everything they were laughing about was already standing on the edge of a cliff. In the mansion, the weight of the lie was growing too heavy for the family to carry. That evening, Madame Beatrice and Kelechi's father stood with him in a private room, and their faces were grave.
Kelechi, this cannot go on. You must tell her the truth. Tell her before someone else does. Before the truth tears itself out of your hands and destroys all of us.
I have tried, Mama. You do not understand. You did not see how she spoke about wealthy people. She hates that world. She thinks all rich people are cruel, that money turns the heart to stone. If I tell her now, she will think I made a fool of her. She will think this whole thing, the room, the marriage, all of it, was a game I played with her life. And was it not?
Kelechi stopped pacing. He did not answer.
My son, a good lie is still a lie. The longer she believes you are a poor security man, the more terrible the truth will be when it comes. And it is coming. You cannot hold back the tide forever. I am afraid. I am afraid that the moment she learns the truth, she will leave me. She may forgive many things, but betrayal is the one thing she cannot forgive.
Because betrayal is the thing she has lived through all her life.
Then tell her with your own mouth, before she hears it from an enemy. Kelechi, fix this before it fixes itself.
I will tell her. Tomorrow, I promise. Tomorrow I will tell her everything.
But the morning he was waiting for would not come the way he planned. Because some secrets do not wait politely for the right moment. Some secrets come crashing through the door. It happened on an ordinary afternoon. Amarachi was working in the great hall when Vanessa swept in, looking for trouble, and found her.
You, still here. I thought I told you to leave this house. Good afternoon, Vanessa.
Do not turn your back on me. I am tired of you. I am tired of your face, your quiet pretending, the way Kelechi looks at you. You have ruined everything. Everything!
I do not want any trouble.
Trouble follows you anyway. You will not get away with this. You will not! Right.
Vanessa, please move.
I will not let you leave!
And then Vanessa, blind with rage, put both her hands on Amarachi's chest and shoved her hard, with all her strength. Amarachi stumbled backward. Her heel caught the edge of the marble step. For one terrible second she reached for something to hold and found nothing, and then she fell, striking the hard floor, and the world went white, and then black. "Amarachi!" Madame Beatrice's scream tore through the house. People came running from every direction. Amarachi lay still on the cold marble, and Vanessa stood over her with both hands pressed to her own mouth, the rage gone, replaced by a dawning, sickening horror.
I did not. She fell. She just fell. I did not.
But no one was listening to her. Kelechi had come, and he had gone down on his knees beside his wife, and the look on his face was something none of them ever wanted to see again.
Amarachi. Amarachi, please. Please. Stay with me.
He carried her to the car himself, and they drove like the wind to the hospital, and Vanessa was left standing alone in the great hall, beginning at last to understand that she had done something that could not be undone. At the hospital, the family waited, and time crawled. At last a doctor came out, and Kelechi was on his feet before the man had crossed the room.
Doctor, how is she? Please, I need to know everything. I and her husband. She is stable. She fainted, and the fall shook her badly, but her vitals are improving. With rest, she will recover fully. And there is something else you should know. Something happy in the middle of all this. Your wife is pregnant. The baby, by God's grace, is unharmed. But she must have rest. Complete rest. No stress, no shocks. Her body and the child cannot take any more.
For a long moment no one spoke. Then Madame Beatrice began to weep, and Kelechi's father gripped his son's shoulder.
A grandchild. My first grandchild.
She stood very still, and his eyes filled, and 100 feelings moved across his face at once, joy and fear and love and dread all together. A child, his child, coming into a family built on a beautiful, terrible lie. He turned to his mother, and his voice was barely a whisper.
Mama, the secret cannot continue. Not now. Not with the child coming.
No, my son. Now it cannot. Now you must tell her. The child has made the truth urgent.
I understand. I understand, and Father.
But even now, even at this last moment, the truth would not let him choose his time. It would choose its own. When Amarachi opened her eyes, she was in a soft bed in a quiet room, and Kelechi was sitting beside her, holding her hand as if he had been holding it for hours. "Kelechi," she murmured.
Kelechi, I do not remember.
You fell. But you are safe now. You are going to be fine.
Am I sick?
No. You are not sick, Amarachi. You are pregnant. You are going to have a baby.
Pregnant? Our baby.
"Our baby," he said, pressing his forehead gently to hers. "Our little miracle." For a while they simply held each other, and it was the happiest moment of their marriage. And it was in that exact moment, with joy filling the room, that Kelechi knew he had to speak. The doctor had said no stress, but the lie itself was the greatest stress of all, growing heavier every day, and a child could not be born into it.